What's up, guys? It's your boy the May Boom, and I am back for another video. Avatar, the Netflix live action. So, after seeing it, after enjoying it, there have been some things I liked, and there have been things that I did not like. But I want to tell you the thing that I really enjoyed. I think something they knew how to present and adapt from the cartoon. It's the Avatar state. The Avatar state in the live action, it looked so good. It was perfect. It was perfect, and I think they brought that from the cartoon to the live action perfectly. So, yes, that's what this video is about. I just want to tell you the scenes that we got from the Avatar state and give you my opinion on each scene and kind of compare it with the cartoon. So, let's get right into it. Roll the intro. Okay, before we get into the live action, we got to talk about the cartoon Avatar state. In the cartoon, the original Avatar production, we had the Avatar state, and every time they show the Avatar state, it was a big deal. They made it feel epic. Aang would have his big glowing eyes and his powerful bending. The bending would change from being, super small bending to crazy sized bending scenes. It was just crazy. I love the Avatar state. Aang's voice changes, and when you got the Avatar state, you knew it was gonna get crazy. But yes, man, it just nothing's gonna compare to the cartoon. But I think, like I said, Ozai is on the same level as the cartoon Ozai. The live action, they got the Avatar state. I think it's perfect. The Avatar state is perfect in the live action compared to the cartoon. And the scenes we compare, we can kind of compare it to the cartoon counterparts, so they're close but a little bit different. And yeah, man, we all know the cartoon scenes is perfect. I'm ready to see what they do in season 2 and season 3 with the Avatar stage, because the scenes in season 2 and 3 I think are even better Avatar state scenes, especially the desert scene. We all seen Avatar. The desert scene is my probably favorite Avatar scene. I love that scene. And maybe the fight with Ozai, that could be up there too. But yes, I love the cartoon version of the Avatar state, and I just hope that the live action version can continue to be on that same level as the cartoon. The other Avatar state scene I love from the cartoon is probably the scene where Azula shoots him down. I love that scene also. So yes, there's nothing more to say about the cartoon version. So let's get to the live action version and each scene we're gonna break down. Okay, so let's talk about the very first scene we get with the Avatar state in the live action Avatar series. And the first scene we get with it is Aang's in the storm, and he's trying to get back to the air temple where his people are being killed, and Aang ends up getting caught in the storm. He gets a big old wave, crashes into him and Appa, and he falls underwater. He starts drowning, and then you see him tap into the Avatar state, and pretty epic scene. It's pretty epic, short and sweet, and it reminds me of the scene from the Storm episode where Aang gets in the storm and then has to save Sokka, Katara, and the fisherman. It's just a great scene, and it's just a good tease to what we're about to get in the other episodes with the Avatar state. This is a good scene. When you compare this team from the Storm, it's basically the same exact thing, and they got the scale of the bending down. They got it perfect. And yeah, man, I just loved how they did the Avatar state. One scene I wish that they would have put in the live action that they did not choose to put in it is when Aang is on Zuko's ship in like episode 2, and he goes into the Avatar state, and then he like water whips everybody on the ship. They did not include that scene into the show. And I'm okay with it now, but at the time when I was watching, I was like, oh, that would have been a pretty cool scene to have Aang coming out the water with his little uh, Avatar State tornado thing where he was bending the water around his legs and he was like in the sky and stuff. And then he hits the characters, the Zuko soldiers with the water whip. That would have been pretty epic. So, yes, we didn't get that scene, but the scene where Aang makes the iceberg and puts Appa in it was a cool scene. I thought it just did everything perfectly. So let's continue to the next scene. Okay, the air temple scene. This scene, man, I was looking forward to it. And I think it was a good scene. It was good. And I thought the 2010 live action version did a good job with this scene also. It's a little bit funnier in the 2010 version, but that scene was okay too. But yes, the 2024 version was cool. I liked the way Gordon Cormier, he acted out the scene. Such a great actor, man. The kid is really young, and he just like his first role, he killed it. He did a really great job. He brought out the emotions, and I felt bad. It never felt like he was not selling the performance. He did a really good job, and then he starts floating in the air with the Avatar state. Maybe they could have did a better job transitioning from him being in the normal form to the Avatar state. He kind of just snaps into it, but kind of overthinking it. And another thing I'll say I kind of was a little bit like, oh, I don't like that, was the rubbery CGI look. I don't like the CGI sometimes in this. It don't look like a real person. It looks like rubber. It looks like a rubber CGI character, and they kind of do it in this scene. When Aang's in the Avatar state, you can kind of tell it's not him, and it sort of messes up the scene, and then Sokka and Katara kind of look like CGI things too. The whole scene feels like a CGI thing, and that happens a lot in this live action. But yeah, the scene was cool. I liked how Aang looked. It was a big scale air temple. Aang's destroying the air temple, and Sokka and Sokka and Katara are about to fall to the cliff and are telling Aang to stop. So yes, pretty cool scene. They brought out the Avatar state for a few minutes, and it was pretty epic. It made the Avatar state feel powerful, and the bending looked cool. That's the main thing you want, the bending to look cool, and you feel something. When Gyatso died, it was sad. So yes, let's continue to the next scene. Kyoshi, man, my favorite scene from the Avatar state in the entire show. They did this scene so well. This is like the season 2 scene where you got Aang and them, they go to that town, and then Aang transforms into Kyoshi. They moved this scene to Kyoshi Island, and I liked it. I think it actually works. Aang probably should have turned into Kyoshi in Kyoshi Island. That would have been a cool link to the episode. But yes, Kyoshi uses her bending. She flies to the town. I kind of don't like the Benders flying. I don't kind of like that because Benders can't fly. But Kyoshi flies to the Kyoshi Island town, and she does like this bending tornado, and she's taking out the firebenders and stuff. It's a pretty cool scene, and it makes the Avatar state look so powerful. And yeah, it's just an amazing scene, man. And then she transforms back into Aang, and it's just a cool scene. So yes, great scene, and I hope we get more stuff like this. The Kyoshi actor just killed it. Okay, so let's talk about the finale scene. I love the Kyoshi scene. And this scene is cool too. The Kyoshi scene is my favorite, but the finale scene where I feel like the CGI went the most CGI went into this scene where Aang turns into the giant fish and takes out the Fire Nation ships. That scene is done perfectly. It's all CGI, but it's probably some of the best CGI I've seen in anything. It's that good. It felt like, whoa, this is peak Avatar CGI, bringing it to live action. It looked exactly like the scene from the cartoon. I thought the 2010 live action did this scene kind of cool too, but yeah, the Netflix version did it justice. It felt like a big scale thing, like a big Avatar creature. I was like, is that Netflix even gonna do that scene? But they did it, and they did it perfectly. Aang looks terrifying. I kind of don't like him destroying the ships and killing people, and the ships blowing up and stuff. But that's what he ended up doing in the cartoon. They just didn't show the explosions, but the live action is just showing that's what actually happens when you hit a ship. It blows up. So yeah, the scene was amazing. Aang looked really cool. The way he's moving around and waving his arms around while he's in the fish and stuff. It was just a cool scene. So, yes, the Avatar state was done perfectly in the live action. Tell me how y'all feel about it. Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you disagree? Do you think it was not done perfectly? And tell me why. But peace out, y'all. Anime Boom, my peace.